Today, it seems as though life is imitating art here, or something like that, as one of the biggest and most prolific truth tellers here in the crypto industry has proven himself to be nothing short of an oracle, as his price predictions for Bitcoin have come true almost to a T here. And you need to be paying attention to this, because what he's predicting next will shock you and most likely make millionaires out of everyone here in the crypto industry who might not already be at the hallowed land of seven figures. You're definitely going to want to watch this video. Smash that like button if you're excited. And remember, if you love making money and you love cryptocurrency, there's no channel that's helping you get ahead and stay ahead of the market like this one. So make sure you subscribe with that bell notification on, because we have literal 100x opportunities coming at you each and every day here, at least through the rest of 2021. This is a critical moment and you don't want to miss it. With that said, let's dive in. So as we look to close September on a bit of a green note here, we have a little bit of a gain here in Bitcoin, and what you'll notice that the price is hovering here right around this $43,000 level. Why is that significant? Well, there is someone in our midst, someone in our community who hath predicted a $43,000 Bitcoin, as well as the closing price of last month's Bitcoin price, as well as many other ridiculously clairvoyant predictions. So let's shine a light on the man who needs no introduction, but we shall give him one, which is Plan B, the creator of the stock to flow model. Now, 100 trillion USD is his handle. If you're not following him, well, you might as well be living under a rock somewhere. This guy has been predicting the movements of Bitcoin and its parabolic growth curve for years now, based on halvings and essentially the logarithmic growth of the network that is created and the price appreciation that is created by the halvings. So as you can see here, there is a distinct growth curve change every 4 years on this white line, and that corresponds with the halvings. But make sure you're taking note here that on the left here, the scale is logarithmic, going from just $1 up to 10, up to 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, and 10 million here. And it says it's going to reach 10 million here in 2025. So hold on to your Bitcoins. If we're going to 10 million, you have a lot of excitement in store for you. Now, what I want to impress upon you is that we're looking to close this month around 43K. Obviously, the closer to 44K, the better for the bulls. But most importantly, what we see here is that he tweeted on June 20th, Bitcoin below 34K, triggered by Elon Musk's energy FUD, China's mining crackdown. There was also a more fundamental reason that we see weakness in June and possibly July. My worst case scenario for June 2021, price/on-chain based, August 47K, September 43K. We did see both of these come true. We were hovering just under the 50K, around that 47, 48K mark in August. In September, we had our bloody September, where we came down and we've just been kind of meandering around the low 40s, closing around 43. What does he say for October? 63,000. And that would mean that we are just tickling that previous all-time high. Psychologically, the games shall begin. But what do we think is going to happen in late October would be a Bitcoin futures ETF. And even though that Bitcoin futures ETF might not be that full spot ETF for Bitcoin like we've been hoping for, like exists in Canada and all these other modernized, advanced financial nations, well, it is a huge green flag that the regulators are going to enshrine in the halls of Valhalla the Bitcoin asset as a fundamental underpinning for crypto and a sign of the times of what comes next. But then we have November at 98,000 and December at $135,000 or more. Bear in mind that if we do get to these levels, it is extremely likely that we see a global FOMO crazy blow off top ensue, where people start piling into Bitcoin thinking that it's indestructible and will only go up. Now, it's important to realize that in these scenarios, I do think that if we are to reach above 135 Bitcoin now in December, it would likely be a very risky territory to be buying in. You want to be allocating way before that. Again, not financial advice, this is just how I'm doing things. You have to buy when things are slow, when things are dreary, when things look bad. That's when you buy for outstanding, life-changing gains. You can't make money if you're scared. And quite frankly, most people will wait till Bitcoin looks like a sure thing thing, and that is the absolute worst time to buy it, the most likely time to get dumped on by the market. But this price prediction is now absolutely insane, coming true here. And you can see he tweeted here yesterday, the worst case slash floor model is not, I repeat, not based on stock to flow. It's based on price and on-chain data, like I wrote in the June 20 tweet. So great that August closed above 47K. September is now around 43K, but it says nothing about stock to flow. Stock to flow says 100K now. So it just shows you that his two models are slightly different. But the point here is that he has been predicting the future. And if you believe in this man's and his predictions, which at this point, it's pretty hard not to. He's literally the future teller that we've been waiting for. Miss Cleo, re-embodied here in the crypto landscape. And what do we see is extremely bullish predictions coming out of him, six-figure Bitcoin and beyond. And in that world, hot coins like Moonriver on the Polkadot ecosystem, like awesome Solana and AVAX ecosystem projects, and of course, NFTs will go absolutely nuts. So stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly my strategy, assuming that this man from the future will continue to deliver accurate nuggets of wisdom. I will tell you how I'm going to play my stack over the coming days. But first, let's dive into a little bit of crypto news here. We have first here the calm before the storm. Everybody believes it's going to happen, and a slight uptick in Bitcoin in concert with this declining supply on exchanges will send a supply shock into effect. So right now, supply is dwindling slowly on exchanges, but price has been pretty boring. So there's not a reason to jump in and buy. As soon as we see that catalyst for new buying attention and excitement like we're expecting here in October, well, guess what? Supply shock incoming, and you get a mega pump. And as another mega green flag here, we have Visa doubling down on crypto, wanting to create a layer 2 crypto hub here. And who are they building on? None other than Ethereum. I told you guys, Ethereum is the universal settlement layer. You can say Solana's good, fast, and cheap. You can say all these other ecosystems are promising, but Ethereum is where all the biggest and most important developers want to hitch their wagon. Even if L1 is slow and clunky, L2 is a brand new world, like we're seeing with Arbitrum, like we're seeing with Polygon, like we're seeing with Immutable X. Pay attention, because Immutable X is about to absolutely shock you with some amazing news coming up. This is a fantastic project that I've been talking to you about now for what feels like forever, probably 6 months or more. I am an investor in Immutable X. Full disclosure, I'm a big fan of this project. I plan to hold this project for many, many years and see what they do. Now, this is undoubtedly a huge announcement for both Ethereum and the entire crypto space. After having immersed itself headfirst into crypto by settling transactions in USDC and buying a CryptoPunk a few weeks ago, Visa now aims to bring decentralized cryptocurrency space together with the regulated and centralized world of CBDCs, a significant and Herculean task. This is the future. And if you don't understand how big crypto is going to be when someone like Visa doubles down and essentially says they're going to become the payments hub of crypto on Ethereum layer 2. Now, I can hear people screaming, oh, Visa's bad, it's not decentralized enough. Well, guess what? Bringing in trillions and trillions of dollars into crypto is good for everyone's bags. Just wrap your head around it. Even though you might not like Visa's implementation, the reality is more money's entering the space, and everyone's going to have their own spectrum of decentralization and where they sit. And it's up to you, the consumer, to choose where to put your money. But know that Visa coming in will boost Bitcoin. It'll boost Ethereum. It'll boost all your bags, and you don't have to play in their sandbox if you don't want to. We also have Crypto Village of Cool Valley, where the mayor has given everyone $1,000 in Bitcoin. A 1,500 person town, Cool Valley, Missouri. Again, just showing you that this actual adoption is coming in many and varied forms. We have an upgrade to Terra, the Columbus 5 upgrade. Shout out to the Terra and the Lunatics. We've been covering Terra here ad nauseum, and I feel like I've gotten a lot of you into one of the best bags in the entire industry. So congrats to everyone who took the bait and got into Terra early when I told you about it. We also have Thorchain coming back from a dreadful time of hacks and setbacks. I'm a big fan of Thorchain. Thorchain has now re-enabled 4 out of 5 chains. Only Ethereum remains. And just know Thorchain is one of my favorite cross-chain projects. Cross-chain layer 1, totally decentralized DEX. It's a very, very big technical achievement. So shout out to Thorchain. And moving on, we have Avalanche Rush kicking off. Again, like I said, DeFi and degen farmers, get ready. Get your AVAX ready. On October 4th, the recently announced incentive program Avalanche Rush is kicking off. And it's all happening here on good old Trader Joe. Wouldn't you know it? I wish someone had told me about Trader Joe under $2. Turns out your pal Elio tried to warn you. Anyway, more and more attention keeps pouring into the gaming industry as Fantom is now launching a gaming offensive. It's not a question of if gaming is the future of crypto industry, it's a question of where gaming will most likely make its home. My belief is across many chains, but now it seems like Fantom wants to be one of them with approximately $455 million allocation to their gaming metaverse fund. That is almost 10x what Facebook dedicated. And that's what I was saying. The Facebook fund seems like bub, because how are they going to compete with these crypto companies drowning in money with just $50 million? I know saying just $50 million is crazy, but it's just $50 million compared to Fantom. Look, they're putting $450 million. Anyway, put your money where your mouth is, Facebook. Also, Axie Infinity just rewarded early adopters with a $60 million airdrop, 800,000 AXS, over $60 million to its early users. If you played Axie Infinity before October 26, 2020, check your wallet. Check your wallet, everybody. Check your wallet. So now it's time for me to tell you how I'm going to invest over the coming 3 months, which is, first of all, while the market is still very boring over the next few weeks, which I anticipate it'll still be choppy and pretty boring, maybe through late October, I'm going to be riding this NFT wave where day after day there's been amazing opportunities and the market's going parabolic. Looking at cryptodes, which I wish I had more of. It's a really awesome project. Again, I only have 3 of them. I wish I had 300 of them, but the reality is projects like cryptodes just exploding. I told you for fundamental reasons that Cool Cats and Subducks would go crazy. And I also brought you Cool Cats and Subducks at 0.2 and 0.1 Ethereum respectively, the days they were launched. So I've literally given you every key to success here. Cool Cats now hovering at almost a 10 ETH floor, where they had a floor of about 0.2. Do the math, that's a 50x. A 50x I gave you. No IDO stuff. No, you have to get into some whitelist lottery. This is not some crazy off-market opportunity. These are true, fair launched, open opportunities for everybody. Nobody has gotten you further ahead of the NFT space like I have, and I'm not stopping. I'm doubling and tripling down to get you the best in the business. Now, with that said, you also had a chance with Subducks. They were literally like 0.1 over the course of that first week as they dipped down off of the initial hype wave. That floor price came way down, and then they rocketed up. I believe they will work their way up probably like Cool Cats towards that 10 ETH floor price. Eventually, they just had their airdrop of King Frogs today to holders. Anyway, the point is both Cool Cats and Subducks are now giving passive yield to holders with utility for the tokens. The same is true of Cyberkongs, Bears Deluxe, Anonymice, and Spirit Orb pets. The list keeps going. And last night I minted something called Nifty League. Again, Nifty League already has a game out, and it's a really fun minting experience. If you haven't already checked it out, I believe minting is still live. If you're quick, you could probably get one. I believe they're about 0.1. Anyway, the point is that I'm giving you all these opportunities in NFTs because I believe you can massively multiply your stack, and then you want to get liquid for the end of the year and take some profits towards the end of October. Not get rid of your NFTs, but know that a massive alt season is coming, and that 10, 20, 30 X's that you can easily get in and out of will happen towards the end of the year. So I'm going to be looking at AVAX ecosystem, Solana ecosystem, Fantom ecosystem, amazing altcoins in gaming and NFT. You know the deal. It's all going to get absolutely sent when it comes to the end of the year. So make sure you're paying attention and planning for that. Holding as many of these profits and especially collecting those passive yields, then getting nice and liquid and getting comfy into my bags for alt season towards the end of Q4. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you like my strategy, of course, I encourage you to do your own research, formulate your own strategy, but just know I'm always looking around the corners and trying to see what's happening next. Anticipating is the absolute most important skill set in crushing this market, because if you're just reacting and not proacting, then you're always going to be a day late and a dollar short. And with that said, I thank you so much for watching. My name's Elio Trades. If you enjoyed this, please smash that like button. You can find me on Twitter at Elio Trades. If you want to enter the Citadel, you'll need to follow and have the clues that I post there. So make sure you're following on Twitter. I also dropped a hint on a Twitter Spaces. So if you're not following me on Twitter and actually following my content and jumping in and following all sides of the Elio Trades content, you will miss things. So make sure you have that bell notification on both networks. With that said, I'll see you very soon on the next episode.